Before we kick anything off, you guys, y'all already know I gotta grease my lips because I'm not about to be on camera looking funky. This one is the Fenty Beauty in Glass Slipper. It's just the clear kind, which is my favorite. Where you at, Rihanna? Come on, sponsor me. Sorry if y'all can see the ring light in the background, but I didn't have enough time to set everything up. So this is what I'm going to be giving to you all today. But today I am finally going over how to set up your business for an online nail supply store or any store that you are trying to make. It doesn't have to be nails, but I'm just going to give y'all a little bit, just a gist of what you need to actually like start the business. So the first thing that I'm gonna go over is you need to have, I have my notes written down right here, y'all. So just so I wouldn't forget anything. But you need to have an LLC and you need to get an EIN. An EIN is basically used for tax purposes. This is so that you can claim this money that you're earning on your taxes, being able for you to have it under your business name versus your name. And that is what the LLC is for as well, so you don't have any liabilities against you. So say if something went wrong and somebody needed to sue you for whatever reason, that LLC is going to cover your behind so that they can sue the business but not you personally, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to you all. But definitely be sure that you have an LLC and an EIN. The sign up, how you sign up for it, is different from state to state, so you will need to check through your state. If you're in Virginia, the website is like scc.virginia.gov, and you go up there and you register for a new business. You will go to register for a new business, and then you'll go to start a new business. Now for the LLC itself, it is $100. Your EIN is free. So some people just start off with the EIN because sometimes you don't really need the LLC. However, it's better to have all of this in the beginning so that later on you don't have to scramble and do everything or match things up towards the end. And towards the end is what I'll get into in a few minutes. Your domain and a professional website. Now, as you know, I do have my own website. I use Big Cartel. However, I will say that I jumped the gun and went for Big Cartel when I kind of wish I would have did Shopify. Now, the reason why I wish I would have did Shopify is because I feel like Shopify has more features for the website, especially if you plan to do this for a long time and you want to use more features and more perks. I should say Shopify has more perks in my opinion versus Big Cartel. Shopify, for one, you can link it with GoShippo, which is what I use to ship my packages. That's kind of for a different video, but I'll go a little bit into detail right now. But Big Cartel does not, like for all my shipments, say I get 20 orders right now, and they're all new orders, like from people that have never ordered from me. I have to go and GoShippo, and I have to literally write each one, like type manually each order. Whereas Shopify, you can integrate, what is it?
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
Basically, you can combine, Shopify, you can combine your online orders, like all those orders, you can just or import all those orders into GoShippo. So they are partners and they work together, but Big Cartel does not work with GoShippo. So I don't even have that option of just doing a big bulk of people and importing those orders into GoShippo so that they can just put off all at the same time. So if you're not trying to do that, I don't suggest Big Cartel, but everything else with Big Cartel was super easy to set up, and it is a little cheaper than Shopify. Now again, I will say that that's a whole nother video to get into. If y'all would like me to go more into detail as to why I am thinking about switching from Big Cartel to Shopify, then let me know down below in the comments, and I will make a completely separate video on that, because it goes with what I'm talking about today, but it's more ventured off and I will need to go in a lot more detail, and I don't want it to take over this video. Today, this video is just for how to start an online nail supply store. This is basically just all the little things that you're gonna need to start, just so that you're aware of what you're gonna need. Now, if you don't know what a domain is, it's basically you paying for your own website name. So like me, I have nailtothehustle.com. That is my website. Nobody else can have that domain because I pay for it and I technically own it. Now, if I stop the payments, then every year, I pay yearly. Some people pay 5 years in advance. So that's up to you. If you go on GoDaddy.com, that is where I got this domain from, but there are other domain websites. There's GoDaddy, I think there's Namecheap.com, and a few other domain websites, but I usually get my domains from GoDaddy.com. It's just easy. They have everything set up for you. GoDaddy also supplies, you can get the website, and you can also make a business email for one lump sum price. So that is good. That goes into what I was going to say next. You do need a business email. Now, the first reason why you need a business email is because on all your paperwork for your LLC, EIN, when you make that, you are going to need a business email, a business phone number, a business address. I'll go into a little bit of that in a second, but business email is huge because on your website, you are going to need to put the business email on your website anyway. So definitely get that. Business emails. Now me, I'm going to be the bad example, okay? When I set my website up, it was long after I had already created my email for my YouTube name. So it has nailtothehustle@gmail.com. That is where you all contact me. And I don't have a big issue with it as right now. But if I was going into a different field other than just having this website, I would have definitely got a business professional email. And what we mean by that when we say that is you can have nailtothehustle@so-and-so.com. And that is a business email versus @gmail.com, @yahoo.com. Like a few months ago, I was trying to set up Airbnbs. And so I had to make a whole different email. And my email, I think, was like lbk-consulting@info.com. You want something like that. It looks professional. It looks professional. So that's why you want an email like that to go on your website. It just looks a little more professional than saying nailtothehustle@yahoo.com. That's not super professional. Mind you, I do have @gmail.com on my website, and that's where everybody contacts me. But since it is just a nail online store and I'm just starting up, that is something I can always switch in the near future. However, I'm telling you all, if this is what you want to do, if you are serious about it, get everything from the jump so that you do not have to go back and change anything. So right now we have what? LLC, we have EIN, business email. You can go on, I think Google. If you go on Google, Google has a way where you can incorporate your business email. I think your business, and also you can do your domain up there. But as I told you guys, I go through GoDaddy. It's just easy and right to the point on GoDaddy. So if you need those two things, I do suggest that you go on GoDaddy and go ahead and get that. Oh, I did also want to mention that if you are not trying to pay any huge monthly fees, I do recommend Etsy. However, as you know, Etsy and having your own website that people can just go straight to is a little different. And some people may not find Etsy as professional, but I did start off with Etsy once upon a time. I did have Etsy. I still have an Etsy account up. I just don't refer people to that page, because everything that I have on Etsy is on my nailtothehustle.com website. So if you are on a tight budget, then I actually do suggest Etsy. It's easy to start up. They pretty much do everything for you. All the labels are already made for you on Etsy. The only thing that you have to do is put in the weight and the size of your box, and it automatically automates it for you. It imports their addresses for you. You just need to have a printer at home or whatever you're going to use to print the labels out. So Etsy would be my super beginner way of telling you how to do it. And then Big Cartel, if you just think that setting up a website is going to be way too much for you. Or Shopify, if you are kind of knowing what to do and you feel like you can grasp what you're supposed to do on Shopify and how to set the website up yourself. Mind you, I cannot tell you how Shopify is. I haven't even been on the site. I just know the perks of Shopify versus Big Cartel. So that is why I kind of recommend you do Shopify if you are going to take this really seriously and this is going to be like your forever website. And a business address. You need a business address. Do not use your home address. Now, some people do, and if you want to do that, be my guest. However, I don't feel like you should use your business address as your home address, just because everybody's going to see it. Everybody's going to know. If you need a return, if somebody needs to return something to you, if you have that in your policy, then they're going to return it to your home address. Like, they're going to know your home address. You don't want to just be sending out your home address to thousands and thousands of people. So make sure that you get a business address. If you have a UPS near you, that is what is the cheapest for me right now. I spent, I think, $390 for a full year of me having a business address with them. So I use that on all of my mail. When I send you all, that is what you see up there. I have a box there. So if you all were to send me products or anything, it will go to that address, not my home address. Now, you do want to pick a website and you want to pick the theme of the website to be very easy to navigate through. You don't want people to click on it and then they're stuck on where they have to go to find any of your products. So be sure that your website is easy to navigate through. If you need help setting up your website, you can always message me. I have told a few people that asked me about how to set up their website through Big Cartel. I told them that I will set up their whole website for $110 to $115. But I need you to have your pictures together and your pricing. Those are the only two things that I need from you. And if you have a theme of what you want, like as far as colors or what you want it to say, then that's fine, but I will set it up all for you. However, if you are doing this yourself, make sure that your pictures are professional. What I mean by that is make sure that there's nothing in the background of your pictures. Make sure that you have pretty much similar backgrounds on each picture if you can. You can also have a professional photographer actually come in and take the pictures for you, and then they will give you a disc to upload all your inventory onto your site yourself. So that is the more expensive route to go, but it will look super professional when you upload all your pictures. Now me, I have an iPhone 13. So that is what I record on. That is what I take my pictures with. I literally do everything with my iPhone. Now, I know there's a whole iPhone and Android beef or whatever.
Yes, just deleted every photo and video on my phone, so now we should be about to be texting through hieroglyphics. Team Android, That's why every photo in your camera roll looks like it's been air fried, right? Now you're being over dramatic. It's not even that bad. Tell her we're on Grace time.
As far as vlogging, as far as pictures, as far as YouTube, get you an iPhone. I promise you, an iPhone is almost like the new Canon, for real. Like, you really need an iPhone to start off. It's simple, it's easy to get. You can make payments on it instead of having to save up all your money to buy this super expensive camera. Save that for later on when you actually have the funds to not even think about buying it. So if you do need something, I highly suggest you use an iPhone. The most updated iPhone right now, I believe, is the 13. So if you can, go ahead and get that. That will save you a lot of money on professional pictures. However, there are some people in different areas where professional pictures run you about maybe $100 sometimes. So it really just depends on how many pictures you need and what you need them to do with the pictures. Inventory, where to shop for your inventory. Everybody knows that AliExpress is like the top place to shop when you are trying to get inventory for your website, for your shop, your store, whatever. People go to AliExpress to buy things in bulk. But AliExpress is not the only place that you can go to get stuff in bulk. You can use Alibaba, but when using Alibaba, they are not going to let you buy individually how AliExpress lets you buy. Alibaba is more so you need to buy at least 1,000 pieces from me and we can negotiate a price. It's also more for branding, I feel like. Alibaba is more for branding, whereas AliExpress is more for, oh, I want this stuff for myself and to keep for myself. But you can brand on AliExpress. I just feel like AliExpress is kind of for yourself. Like if I was shopping on AliExpress, it's not going to be for stuff that I'm going to sell to you all. But I'm not telling you that you cannot do that because a lot of people still do that. So we have AliExpress, we have Alibaba. We also have an app called Made in China. And I will link that on the screen for what it looks like and just slide through a few things that it has on the website. But that is similar, also similar to Alibaba. They have really fast shipping as well if you are getting huge bulk items. I also wanted to mention that we do have US vendors, you guys. There are US vendors, and I said that I would do a different video on that. I'm not going to tap too into detail on that, but we do have US vendors. Now, US vendors usually cost a little more for their products. And that's because their shipping is like this because they're in the US. So of course you're going to get it faster than you would China or any other country. Now, if you are really just not knowing where to purchase or what to purchase from China or wherever they're shipping from, look in your area. There's always people making things and selling things, maybe pertaining to your field of work, that you can buy bulk from them. So if you have somebody in your area, like say I have somebody in my area who sells press-ons, but I personally don't want to make the press-ons myself, I can buy press-ons in bulk from that person to sell on my website for a higher price so that they're getting a cut and I'm also getting a cut. Now, I don't know how good that will work out. That was just an example because I already know press-ons are already kind of pricey, but like I was saying, you can be knitting quilts or something, or you can be selling bottles. I don't know, like anything that you're selling or anything that pertains to your website. See if there is somebody in your area, like your city or state, or somebody close to you that maybe can even ship to you that makes something that would go well with your aesthetic and your website. You never know, but it's worth a try. So if you're not into buying from other people and you make your own stuff, that's even more of a profit. Now, depending on how much the supplies cost to make your own inventory, you can that's definitely a way for you to gain more profit, but it's a little more time consuming than just purchasing it from a wholesaler and reselling it on your site. But if you are into that, and some people have websites solely based around stuff that they make, so they are making sometimes the highest profit depending on how much their supplies cost. You do want to always have a profit and loss sheet. Now, you want to make sure, say when you are buying everything, when you're buying all your stuff, make sure that you know exactly how much you purchased and make sure that you are calculating how much you are going to sell and what part of those sales are going to be your profit. Now, this goes hand in hand with having a business account. You want to establish a business account before you set up your website. Now, I should have said this in the beginning, but I definitely need a hit on this. Have a business account. You do not want your personal money mixing with your business money. Anything that you need to purchase for your business should be coming directly out of your business account, not your personal. This is going to help you when tax season comes because you are going to have to file all your profits from tax season. Make sure that when you are, see, this is a whole, y'all, this is a whole different ball game, because when you are, I'm gonna hit on this real quick, but this is not what the video about. This is about setting up your website. But I can make a more detailed video of anything, any little things that you hear me going over in this and you want more details about. I will make another video on it if you guys want me to. And it will have to be about something that I am knowledgeable about, which is a lot when it comes to business, I feel like, just because I've had a business before this. But I lost my pen. But yes, definitely keep your funds separate. You do not want your personal mixing with your business, and that is for tax purposes. If you are selling a lot, and if you are purchasing a lot of inventory, you have to keep your receipts. Keep your receipts, okay? You have to keep your receipts. Please keep your receipts, because all of this is going to help you get all that money that you spent. It's going to help you get it back at the end of the year. I promise you. So make sure, if you are buying, like for me, all the receipts I had to buy everything that's on my website, I have kept. Or I use it with a card that I know I can keep track of and go back and print off however much it costs. Okay. So make sure that you are doing that. That is like one of the number one things that you should invest in, is getting a personal or getting a business bank account, you guys. Look in your area to see which bank would benefit you more. I know some people use, it's this Brex, it's called Brex. That is a card, quick, simple, easy way to set up a bank account. Where you have a routing number and a checkings and a savings, I believe. And it's a card that you can just swipe away once your money is deposited on it. So you can use that. But that goes more into building business credit and all that. A whole nother video, you guys. Like I said, I've looked up all of this stuff before, so it's just a lot. Like when it comes to setting up something, setting up an online store, I promise y'all, like, it seems simple, but it's really not. It's a lot that goes into it. So I guess you're wondering, like, okay, when I set up all this stuff, how am I gonna make sales? Like, how are you gonna make sales? I only had you guys. That was it for the most part. I mean, I follow a few thousand people on Facebook, but my Facebook is not where majority of my online nail supply store sales come from. My majority of sales come from you all. And this is why it's easy for me to sell to you all. It's because this is a nail channel. So that leads me into saying, if you were selling cannabis, you would direct your target audience would be smokers, right? Or people who do like edibles or something. So you want to find your target audience. That is going to make a world of a difference. If you do not have a YouTube channel, I highly, highly, highly suggest you getting a TikTok. Well, obviously, if you're on YouTube, you probably have a YouTube channel. But yeah, if somebody is showing you this video right now and you don't have a YouTube channel, the second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever ways to sell your merchandise, you have to market yourself. You have to market yourself. Social media is 2022. Social media is the wave. I'm just going to be honest. It's going to be very difficult for you to make a crazy amount of sales without social media. Instagram is a good way. Now, Instagram has an algorithm just like YouTube has an algorithm. You have to make sure that your tags are on point. You have to pretty much do all reels on Instagram now. They're not even checking for posts really. Now, if you do a regular post, you may want to pay for the boost advertisement. That will help you in sales and generate your sales. You want your marketing to be on point. Your videos should look very aesthetic. Like, you need your videos to pop. What is going to make me watch your video over somebody else? What is going to make me watch that video and not scroll past it? on Instagram? Like, what is gonna make me buy from you? You have to think outside the box and find something very creative and very eye-catching to these customers to reel them in. Like, that's basically what you're doing. It's all about marketing, you guys. All about marketing. On TikTok, a lot of people, now I see this more so with drop shipping versus just a regular online nail supply store or a regular store in general. I see a lot of people have separate TikToks for their business or for that specific product. Like, they make a whole different Instagram or a whole different TikTok, a whole different TikTok for that specific product or that website. And they will keep it separate from their personal. So similar to a personal bank account and a business bank account, they're keeping all of it separate so that they can generate more. This is for target audience. That goes back to target audience, because some of you guys are just here for nails and you may not even want to see this. Even though it's having to do with nails, you may not want to see this. So some people like to separate it, and that is the smartest idea when it comes to marketing. Brand ambassadors. It is great if you have the means and the funds to have brand ambassadors. There are different ways to do this. Now, I know some people have brand ambassadors and they either pay them or they just let them get free stuff, kind of like sending out PR. Now, it depends on your product. I don't know what you're selling, but we're gonna just go off of it being an online nail supply store. So what I've done before is I will link her up right here, Tia Bella. I sent her a package for my nail art mystery box. And that was kind of a way of me, I guess, not making her a brand ambassador, but she was doing what a brand ambassador would do for me. I gave her a discount code that she can use personally for her, which is clearly going to be a lot higher than what she is giving to her subscribers. But that is a way to promote your business to people that you may not have been able to reach had you not contacted that person. So you're basically going through other people to reach a broader audience, if that makes sense. And say you're doing nails and you need brand ambassadors to promote your newly found nail business. You're going to pretty much, what I would do, now I can't say everybody does this, but what I would do is, hey, who wants to be a brand ambassador for me? I'm only choosing 2 people. You can get every set that I do for free. No payment needed. But the requirements are going to be what makes that profitable for you. So let's say that somebody comes up to you and they want to be a brand ambassador, but they only have 500 followers on Instagram and they have like 2,000 maybe followers on or friends on Facebook, and they don't get too many likes on their posts, but they're cool, but that's not cool. Being cool with me is not going to make me money. So you want to find somebody who is like 1,000 likes on their picture. Whenever they post anything, they can post a penny and they're getting 1,000 likes. If you can find people like that, that is a way to get your business out there quicker than if you were just promoting it by yourself. So what does it take? A village. Okay, so that is just a little pointer on brand ambassadors. If you can find people who are willing to work with you. Now, there's greater ways to do this where you can give them compensation if they make sales. So it just all depends on what you are able to do and what you can afford at that time. Now, starting off, I don't expect anybody to really be able to do that, but if you can, why not? Like, if you have enough product to where it's okay for you to send this and this to people to push your product out, then go ahead and do that. It never hurts to give away stuff for free if it's going to bring you in more sales than it would have had you never done that in the first place, right? Okay. You want to invest in a text app. This is going to be, you can use the text app for your number, for your business number if you want to, and you can send emails through there or text through there. Like today we're having 30% off our website, our entire site until 12 midnight tonight. So that is a way to promote your stuff as well. I use easy texting sometimes, and there are a few more other group texts. There's group text apps that you can use, which send out a mass text to everybody who is subscribed to your text or to your emails. They have, I think it's called MailChimp, if I'm not mistaken. And that is something where you can send out mass text to, mass emails, I'm sorry, to all your customers or clients, whoever you have that buys from you a lot and you have all their information, you can send out mass text to those people. There are plenty of websites like that. I didn't really put too much of that in here or do any thorough research on it, but you can just Google like mass text, group text for your customers, and a whole bunch of things will pop up. A lot of people actually use that. You can get people to subscribe to your emails. You can have them opt out if you need to. If they don't want to receive any of those, you will know who has opted out and this, that, and the third. So that is a great tool to use for marketing, because a lot of the times people are not looking at your Instagram every day. So if you have a sale today and I'm out and about wherever, I'm not really probably going to check my Instagram too much. But if I get that text from you that says 40% off, I'm like, oh shoot, let me log in, and all I have to do is click the link and it brings me right to it. You're more liable to get sales from doing that than you are from just posting on one platform where somebody may not check every day. So I did want to hit on that, and I hope I covered a little bit of what y'all needed to know and how to start a business, where to go to get your stuff. If I missed anything, please let me know down below. If y'all would like to see future videos on topics like this or something similar, let me know, because I am a little knowledgeable about how to start a business and what all you need. Now, I may not have it perfect or all right together, but I can direct you in the way if you are needing help with that, because I know a lot of people actually ask, hit me up on Instagram and always ask about these things. But yeah, you guys, I hope this truly helps. If you have not seen my acrylic from AliExpress video, that kind of will give you maybe a starter of what things look like when ordering in bulk or ordering to make your own products at home. So I will link that video right here for you if you want to go check that out. But like I said, I hope this video was very educating for you and informative. If you have any more questions, please leave me a comment below. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Mwah.